Leadership. It's a word that carries weight, doesn't it? It conjures images of powerful individuals standing at podiums, CEOs in boardrooms or coaches on sidelines, but what does it really mean to be a leader? And more importantly, are you cut out for it? Today, we're going to take a good, honest look at leadership. Not the glossy version you see in magazines or social media, but the real, gritty, challenging, and ultimately rewarding path of true leadership. Because here's the truth. Leadership isn't for everyone, and that's okay. Now, before you start thinking, well, I guess that counts me out, hold on, this isn't about discouraging you. It's about helping you understand what real leadership entails so you can make an informed decision about whether it's the right path for you. Let's start with a fundamental truth. Leadership isn't a title. It's not a corner office or a fancy nameplate on your desk. Leadership is a mindset, a way of being, a commitment to growth, both your own and others. It's about inspiring, guiding, and empowering those around you to reach their full potential. Think about the great leaders you've encountered in your life. Maybe it was a teacher who saw potential in you that you didn't see yourself, or a coach who pushed you beyond what you thought were your limits. Perhaps it was a boss who trusted you with a challenging project, believing in your abilities even when you doubted yourself. These individuals weren't just managers or authority figures. They were true leaders. So, what sets these individuals apart? What qualities do they possess that make them stand out as leaders? Let's break it down. First and foremost, true leaders have a clear vision. They can see beyond the present moment, beyond the immediate challenges and obstacles, to a future full of possibilities. They don't just react to what's happening now. They proactively shape what's to come. But having a vision isn't enough. A leader must also have the ability to communicate that vision effectively. They need to paint a vivid picture of the future in a way that inspires and motivates others to join them on the journey. It's not about barking orders or making demands. It's about igniting a passion in others, helping them see how their individual efforts contribute to a larger, more meaningful goal. Think about Martin Luther King Jr. and his "I Have a Dream" speech. In just a few powerful minutes, he painted a picture of a future America that inspired millions and sparked a movement that changed the course of history. That's the power of a well-communicated vision. But vision and communication aren't enough either. A true leader must also have integrity. They must walk their talk, living the values they espouse. Leadership isn't about saying, do as I say, not as I do. It's about leading by example, setting the standard for others to follow. Integrity means being honest, even when it's difficult. It means admitting when you're wrong, taking responsibility for your mistakes, and always striving to do what's right, not just what's easy or popular. It means being consistent in your words and actions so that people know they can trust and rely on you. And trust me, people can spot a lack of integrity from a mile away. You might fool some people some of the time, but you can't fool everyone all the time. Sooner or later, a lack of integrity will catch up with you, and once trust is broken, it's incredibly difficult to rebuild. Now, let's talk about courage. Leadership often requires making tough decisions, taking calculated risks, and standing up for what you believe in, even when it's unpopular. It means having the courage to challenge the status quo, to question the way things have always been done, and to push for positive change. Courage doesn't mean you're never afraid. It means you're willing to act despite your fear. It means you're willing to step out of your comfort zone to take on challenges that stretch you beyond your current capabilities. It means being willing to fail, to learn from those failures, and to keep moving forward. Remember, every great leader has faced moments of doubt, moments when they wondered if they were on the right path. But they persevered, they kept going even when the going got tough. That's courage. Another crucial quality of leadership is empathy. Great leaders have the ability to understand and share the feelings of others. They can put themselves in someone else's shoes, see things from different perspectives, and respond with compassion and understanding. Empathy allows leaders to build strong, meaningful relationships with their team members. It helps them understand what motivates people, what their fears and aspirations are, and how to bring out the best in each individual. Empathetic leaders create environments where people feel valued, heard, and supported. But empathy isn't just about being nice or agreeable all the time. Sometimes, the most empathetic thing a leader can do is to have a difficult conversation, to provide constructive feedback, or to make a tough decision for the greater good of the team or organization. Now let's talk about adaptability. In today's fast-paced, ever-changing world, the ability to adapt is more crucial than ever. Great leaders are flexible thinkers who can adjust their strategies and approaches as they're not rigidly attached to one way of doing things. Instead, they're always learning, always growing, always looking for ways to improve. Adaptable leaders are open to new ideas and perspectives. They actively seek out feedback and diverse viewpoints. They're willing to admit when their original plan isn't working and pivot to a new approach. They see change not as a threat, but as an opportunity for growth and innovation. Think about how rapidly technology is advancing, how quickly market conditions can shift, how suddenly global events can impact our lives and businesses. In this environment, adaptability isn't just a nice-to-have quality. It's essential for survival and success. Another key aspect of leadership is the ability to empower others. Great leaders don't hoard power or try to do everything themselves. They understand that their success is directly tied to the success of their team. So they focus on developing others, on helping their team members grow and reach their full potential. Empowering leaders delegate effectively. They give their team members challenging assignments that stretch their abilities. They provide the resources and support needed for success, but they also give people the autonomy to figure things out on their own. They celebrate successes and view failures as learning opportunities, not reasons for punishment. When you empower others, you create a multiplier effect. Instead of being limited by what you alone can accomplish, you tap into the collective intelligence, creativity, and energy of your entire team. You create an environment where innovation flourishes, where people are excited to come to work each day, where everyone feels a sense of ownership and pride in what they're doing. Now let's talk about resilience. Leadership isn't always smooth sailing. There will be setbacks, failures, and disappointments along the way. Resilient leaders have the mental and emotional toughness to weather these storms. They don't crumble under pressure or give up when things get tough. Instead, they view challenges as opportunities for growth and learning. Resilience isn't about never getting knocked down. It's about how quickly you get back up. It's about maintaining a positive attitude in the face of adversity, about finding lessons in failure, about using setbacks as fuel to drive you forward rather than reasons to give up. Resilient leaders also help foster resilience in their teams. They create a culture where it's okay to take calculated risks, where failure is seen as a stepping stone to success rather than something to be feared or avoided at all cost. They help their team members develop the mental toughness and emotional intelligence needed to thrive in challenging situations. Another crucial quality of leadership is self-awareness. Great leaders have a deep understanding of their own strengths, weaknesses, values, and motivations. They're honest with themselves about their capabilities and limitations. They seek out feedback and are always looking for ways to improve. Self-aware leaders understand how their words and actions impact others. They're mindful of their emotional states and how these can affect their decision-making and interactions with others. They're able to regulate their emotions, staying calm and composed even in high-pressure situations. Self-awareness also allows leaders to be authentic. They don't try to be someone they're not or pretend to have all the answers. They're comfortable admitting when they don't know something and are willing to ask for help when needed. This authenticity builds trust and respect among their team members. Now let's talk about the importance of continuous learning. The best leaders are lifelong learners. They have an insatiable curiosity and a genuine desire to grow and improve. They read voraciously, seek out new experiences, and are always looking for opportunities to expand their knowledge and skills. In today's rapidly changing world, what got you here won't necessarily get you there. The skills and knowledge that made you successful in the past may not be sufficient for future success. That's why continuous learning is so crucial. It keeps you relevant, adaptable, and ready for new challenges. But continuous learning isn't just about acquiring new knowledge or skills. It's also about being willing to question your assumptions, challenge your beliefs, and change your mind when presented with new information. It's about being open to new ideas and perspectives, even when they contradict what you've always believed to be true. Another key aspect of leadership is the ability to make decisions. Leaders are often faced with complex problems and difficult choices. They need to be able to analyze situations, weigh pros and cons, and make decisions, often with incomplete information and under time pressure. Good decision makers gather relevant information, consider different perspectives, and think through potential consequences. But they also know that perfect information is rarely available and that analysis paralysis can be just as dangerous as rash decision-making. So they're willing to make tough calls, even in uncertain situations, but making decisions isn't enough. Leaders also need to take responsibility for those decisions and their outcomes. If a decision turns out to be wrong, a good leader doesn't pass the buck or make excuses. They own the mistake, learn from it, and work to fix it. Now let's talk about the importance of emotional intelligence. This goes beyond just being aware of your own emotions. It's about being able to recognize and understand the emotions of others and to use this understanding to manage relationships effectively. Emotionally intelligent leaders can read the room. They can sense the mood of their team and adjust their approach accordingly. They know when to push and when to back off, when to offer support and when to challenge. They can navigate complex interpersonal dynamics and resolve conflicts constructively. Emotional intelligence also helps leaders inspire and motivate others. They can connect with people on an emotional level, tapping into their hopes, fears, and aspirations. They can rally people around a common cause, helping them see how their individual efforts contribute to a larger, more meaningful goal. Another crucial aspect of leadership is the ability to build and maintain strong teams. Great leaders understand that they can't achieve significant goals on their own. They need a team of talented, motivated individuals working together towards a common goal. Building a strong team starts with hiring the right people. This means looking beyond just skills and experience to find individuals who share the team's values and can contribute to a positive culture. It means valuing diversity, not just in terms of demographics, but also in terms of thought, experience, and perspective. But hiring is just the beginning. Leaders need to create an environment where team members can thrive. This means setting clear expectations, providing the resources and support needed for success, and fostering open communication and collaboration. It means recognizing and rewarding good performance, but also addressing poor performance promptly and constructively. Strong teams also require trust. Leaders need to build trust with their team members and foster trust among team members. This means being transparent in your communications, following through on your commitments, and creating a safe space where people feel comfortable sharing ideas, taking risks, and admitting mistakes. Now let's talk about the importance of strategic thinking. Leaders need to be able to see the big picture, to understand how different parts of an organization or situation interconnect, and to anticipate future trends and challenges. Strategic thinkers don't just react to what's happening now. They proactively shape the future. They can envision different scenarios, weigh potential outcomes, and make decisions that position their team or organization for long-term success. But strategic thinking isn't just about long-term planning. It's also about being able to connect day-to-day activities to larger goals and objectives. It's about helping team members understand how their individual efforts contribute to the overall strategy. Another key aspect of leadership is the ability to communicate effectively. This goes beyond just being able to articulate your thoughts clearly. It's about being able to tailor your communication style to different audiences and situations. It's about knowing when to speak and when to listen, when to be direct and when to be diplomatic. Effective communicators are also good listeners. They don't just wait for their turn to speak. They actively listen, seeking to understand others' perspectives and ideas. They ask thoughtful questions and show genuine interest in what others have to say. Communication also involves nonverbal cues. Great leaders are aware of their body language and tone of voice and how these can impact their message. They're able to read others' nonverbal cues as well, picking up on unspoken thoughts. Now let's talk about the importance of ethical leadership. In a world where trust in institutions and leaders is often low, ethical leadership is more crucial than ever. Ethical leaders have a strong moral compass. They do what's right, not just what's easy or profitable in the short term. Ethical leadership involves being transparent in your decision-making, treating others with respect and fairness, and considering the broader impact of your actions on all stakeholders, not just shareholders or immediate team members, but also customers, the community, and the environment. Ethical leaders also create a culture of integrity within their organizations. They set clear ethical standards and hold everyone, including themselves, accountable to these standards. They encourage open discussions about ethical dilemmas and provide guidance on how to navigate difficult situations. Another crucial aspect of leadership is the ability to manage change. In today's fast-paced world, change is constant. Leaders need to be able to guide their teams through periods of transition and uncertainty. Managing change effectively involves several key elements. First, leaders need to clearly communicate the reasons for the change and the expected benefits. They need to address people's fears and concerns honestly and empathetically. They need to provide the necessary resources and support to help people adapt to new ways of working. Change management also involves being patient. People adapt to change at different rates, and it's important to allow time for adjustment. At the same time, leaders need to maintain momentum and keep the change process moving forward. Now let's talk about the importance of innovation in leadership. In today's competitive landscape, organizations that don't innovate risk becoming obsolete. Leaders need to foster a culture of innovation where creativity is encouraged and new ideas are welcomed. Innovative leaders are curious. They're always asking questions, challenging assumptions, and looking for new and better ways of doing things. They encourage their team members to do the same. They create an environment where it's safe to take calculated risks and where failure is seen as a learning opportunity rather than something to be punished. But innovation isn't just about coming up with new ideas. It's also about being able to implement those ideas effectively. Innovative leaders can navigate the challenges of turning a great idea into a practical reality. They can build support for new initiatives, secure necessary resources, and guide the implementation process. Another key aspect of leadership is the ability to build and leverage networks. Great leaders understand the power of relationships. They actively cultivate connections both within and outside their organizations. They build alliances, forge partnerships, and create mutually beneficial relationships. Networking isn't just about what others can do for you. It's about creating value for others as well. Great networkers are always looking for ways to help others, to make meaningful introductions, to share valuable information or resources. They understand that the strength of their network is based on the value they provide to others, not just what they can get from them. Now let's talk about the importance of self-care in leadership. Leading others can be demanding and stressful. It's easy to get caught up in the needs of your team or organization and neglect your own well-being. But if you're not taking care of yourself, you can't effectively take care of others. Self-care involves maintaining your physical health through proper nutrition, regular exercise, and adequate sleep. It involves managing stress through techniques like meditation, mindfulness, or whatever works for you. It involves setting boundaries and making time for activities that recharge you, whether that's spending time with family and friends, pursuing hobbies, or simply having some quiet time alone. Self-care isn't selfish, it's essential. When you take care of yourself, you have more energy, patience, and resilience to bring to your leadership role. You're better able to handle stress, make clear decisions, and support your team members. Another crucial aspect of leadership is the ability to develop other leaders. Great leaders don't just focus on their own success. They actively work to develop leadership skills in others. They mentor promising team members, provide opportunities for growth and development, and create a pipeline of future leaders. Developing others involves more than just providing training or assigning challenging projects. It involves giving people the space to learn and grow, even if it means they might make mistakes along the way. It involves providing constructive feedback, celebrating successes, and helping people learn from failures. Now, let's talk about the importance of cultural intelligence in leadership. In our increasingly globalized world, leaders often need to work with people from diverse cultural backgrounds. Cultural intelligence involves being aware of cultural differences, respecting these differences, and being able to adapt your approach accordingly. Culturally intelligent leaders understand that there's no one-size-fits-all approach to leadership. What works in one cultural context may not work in another. They're able to flex their leadership style, adjusting their communication, decision-making processes, and management approaches to fit different cultural norms and expectations. But cultural intelligence goes beyond just adapting to different cultures. It also involves creating an inclusive environment where diversity is valued and where people from all backgrounds feel respected and empowered to contribute their unique perspectives. And now let's talk about the importance of financial acumen in leadership. While not all leaders need to be financial experts, having a solid understanding of financial principles is crucial for making informed decisions and effectively managing resources. Financial acumen involves understanding key financial metrics and how they impact your organization's performance. It means being able to read and interpret financial statements, understand budgeting processes, and make sound financial decisions. It also involves being able to communicate financial information clearly to others, helping team members understand how their work impacts the body. Leaders with strong financial acumen can make more informed strategic decisions, allocate resources more effectively, and better navigate financial challenges and opportunities. They can also build stronger relationships with stakeholders by demonstrating a clear understanding of the organization's financial health and prospects. Another key aspect of leadership is the ability to manage conflict. In any group or organization, conflicts are inevitable. Great leaders don't shy away from conflict or try to sweep it under the rug. Instead, they address it head-on, viewing it as an opportunity for growth and improvement. Effective conflict management involves several key skills. First, leaders need to be able to identify the root causes of conflicts, looking beyond surface-level disagreements to understand the underlying issues. They need to be able to facilitate open, honest discussions where all parties feel heard and respected. They need to be able to find win-win solutions that address everyone's concerns and move the team or organization forward. But managing conflict isn't just about resolving specific disputes. It's also about creating a culture where healthy conflict is encouraged. In such a culture, people feel safe expressing dissenting opinions. Challenging ideas are welcomed, and disagreements are seen as opportunities for learning and innovation rather than sources of tension. Now let's talk about the importance of time management in leadership. Leaders often have numerous demands on their time and attention. Effective time management is crucial for maintaining productivity, reducing stress, and ensuring that important priorities don't get lost in the day-to-day hustle. Good time management starts with clarity about your priorities. It involves being able to distinguish between what's urgent and what's important and allocating your time accordingly. It means being able to say no to activities that don't align with your key objectives, delegating tasks effectively, and creating systems and processes that maximize efficiency. But time management isn't just about cramming more activities into each day. It's about creating space for reflection, strategic thinking, and relationship building. It's about ensuring you have time for the high-level leadership activities that truly drive your organization forward, not just reacting to the constant stream of emails and meetings. Another crucial aspect of leadership is the ability to inspire and motivate others. Great leaders don't just tell people what to do. They ignite a passion and enthusiasm that drives people to give their best effort. Inspiring leaders have a compelling vision and can communicate it in a way that resonates with others. They help people see how their individual efforts contribute to larger, meaningful goals. They recognize and celebrate achievements, both big and small. They create an environment where people feel valued and excited about their work. But inspiration isn't just about grand speeches or big gestures. It's also about the small, everyday interactions that show people you believe in them, that you're invested in their success, that you appreciate their efforts. It's about leading by example, demonstrating the passion and commitment you want to see in others. Now let's talk about the importance of accountability in leadership. Great leaders don't just hold others accountable, they hold themselves accountable first. They take responsibility for their decisions and actions, and they're willing to admit when they've made mistakes. Accountability involves setting clear expectations both for yourself and for others. It means following through on commitments and ensuring that others do the same. It involves providing regular feedback and having difficult conversations when necessary. But it also means recognizing and rewarding good performance, creating a culture where accountability is seen as a positive force for growth and improvement rather than a punitive measure. Another key aspect of leadership is the ability to navigate uncertainty and ambiguity. In today's rapidly changing world, leaders often have to make decisions with incomplete information in situations where the path forward isn't clear. Effective leaders in uncertain environments are comfortable with ambiguity. They're able to make decisions and move forward even when they don't have all the answers. They're flexible and adaptable, able to pivot quickly when circumstances change. They're also able to help their teams navigate uncertainty, providing a sense of direction and purpose even in turbulent times. But navigating uncertainty doesn't mean being reckless or impulsive. It involves careful risk assessment, scenario planning, and creating contingency plans. It means staying informed about trends and potential disruptions in your industry, and it means fostering a culture of agility and resilience within your organization so that you're better prepared to handle whatever challenges come your way. Now, let's talk about the importance of emotional resilience in leadership. Leadership can be emotionally demanding. You're often dealing with high-pressure situations, making difficult decisions, and navigating complex interpersonal dynamics. Emotional resilience is crucial for maintaining your effectiveness and well-being in the face of emotionally resilient leaders are able to manage their own emotions effectively. They don't let stress or negative emotions cloud their judgment or impact their behavior. They're able to bounce back from setbacks and maintain a positive outlook, even in difficult circumstances. They're also able to support others through challenging times, providing a steady, reassuring presence for their teams. But emotional resilience isn't about suppressing emotions or maintaining a facade of invulnerability. It's about acknowledging and processing emotions in a healthy way. It's about developing coping strategies that work for you, whether that's through mindfulness practices, physical exercise, talking with a mentor or coach, or other techniques. Another crucial aspect of leadership is the ability to foster collaboration. In today's complex business environment, no one person or department has all the answers. Great leaders understand the power of bringing diverse perspectives and skill sets together to solve problems and drive innovation. Fostering collaboration involves creating an environment where people feel safe sharing ideas and taking risks. It means breaking down silos and encouraging cross-functional teamwork. It involves facilitating effective meetings and discussions where everyone's voice is heard and valued. And it means recognizing and rewarding collaborative behaviors, not just individual achievements. But collaboration doesn't mean consensus on everything. Effective collaborative leaders know how to balance diverse viewpoints with the need to make timely decisions. They're able to guide collaborative processes towards concrete outcomes, ensuring that collaboration leads to action, not just discussion. Now let's talk about the importance of systems thinking in leadership. Great leaders understand that organizations are complex systems with many interconnected parts. They're able to see the big picture, understanding how different elements of the organization interact and impact each other. Systems thinking allows leaders to make more holistic decisions, considering the ripple effects of their actions across the organization. It helps them identify root causes of problems rather than just treating symptoms. And it allows them to design more effective solutions that address issues at a systemic level. But systems thinking isn't just about understanding your own organization. It also involves understanding your organization's place within larger systems, your industry, your community, the global economy. It means considering the broader impact of your decisions and actions, not just on your immediate stakeholders, but on society and the environment as a whole. Another key aspect of leadership is the ability to manage energy, both your own and that of your team. Energy management goes beyond just time management. It's about understanding the ebbs and flows of individual and collective energy throughout the day and week and structuring work accordingly. Effective energy management involves recognizing when you and your team are at your best and scheduling important tasks or meetings during these peak times. It means taking regular breaks to recharge and avoid burnout. It involves creating a work environment that energizes rather than drains people, whether through physical space design, social interactions, or meaningful work. But energy management isn't just about maximizing productivity. It's also about sustainability, ensuring that you and your team can maintain high performance over the long term, not just in short bursts. It means paying attention to work-life balance, encouraging healthy habits, and modeling self-care. Now, let's talk about the importance of authenticity in leadership. In a world where trust in leaders is often low, authenticity is more important than ever. Authentic leaders are true to themselves and their values. They don't try to fit into a predetermined mold of what a leader should be. Instead, they lead from a place of genuine self-awareness and integrity. Authentic leadership involves being transparent about your thoughts, feelings, and motivations. It means admitting when you don't have all the answers and being willing to show vulnerability. It involves consistently aligning your words and actions with your values and beliefs. But authenticity doesn't mean oversharing or ignoring professional boundaries. It means finding a way to be true to yourself while still fulfilling the responsibilities of your leadership role. It means being genuine in a way that inspires trust and respect from others. Another crucial aspect of leadership is the ability to foster innovation. In today's rapidly changing business landscape, organizations that don't innovate risk becoming obsolete. Great leaders create an environment where creativity flourishes and new ideas are welcomed. Fostering innovation involves several key elements. First, it means creating psychological safety, an environment where people feel safe taking risks and sharing unconventional ideas. It involves encouraging experimentation and viewing failures as learning opportunities rather than reasons for punishment. It means allocating resources for innovation and protecting time for creative thinking. But fostering innovation isn't just about generating new ideas. It also involves the ability to evaluate ideas effectively, to identify which ones have the most potential, and to guide the process of turning promising ideas into reality. It means being able to balance innovation with the need for stability and continuity in your organization. Now let's talk about the importance of continuous learning in leadership. The best leaders are lifelong learners. They understand that in today's rapidly changing world, what got you here won't necessarily get you. They're constantly seeking out new knowledge, skills, and perspectives. Continuous learning involves staying curious and open-minded. It means seeking out diverse sources of information and being willing to challenge your own assumptions and beliefs. It involves reflecting on your experiences and actively seeking feedback from others. And it means creating a learning culture within your organization where everyone is encouraged to grow and develop. But continuous learning isn't just about acquiring new information. It's about applying what you learn to improve your leadership and your organization. It means being willing to change your approach based on new insights or evidence. And it means sharing your learning with others, contributing to the collective knowledge and growth of your team and organization. Another key aspect of leadership is the ability to build and maintain trust. Trust is the foundation of effective leadership. Without it, it's difficult to inspire, motivate, or guide others. Trusted leaders are able to create a sense of psychological safety, where people feel comfortable taking risks, sharing ideas, and giving their best effort. Building trust involves several key elements. First, it means being consistent in your words and actions. It involves being transparent in your decision-making processes and communications. It means following through on your commitments and holding yourself accountable. And it involves showing genuine care and concern for others, demonstrating that you have their best interests at heart. But trust isn't something you build once and then forget about. It requires ongoing effort to maintain. It means consistently demonstrating your trustworthiness through your... And when trust is broken, as it sometimes will be, it means taking responsibility and working actively to rebuild it. Now, let's talk about the importance of strategic thinking in leadership. Great leaders aren't just focused on the day-to-day operations of their organization. They're able to think strategically, considering long-term goals and how to position their organization for future success. Strategic thinking involves several key skills. It means being able to analyze complex situations, identifying patterns and potential opportunities or threats. It involves being able to envision different future scenarios and plan accordingly. It means being able to make decisions that balance short-term needs with long-term objectives. But strategic thinking isn't just about long-term planning. It also involves being able to adapt your strategy as circumstances change. It means staying attuned to shifts in your industry or market and being willing to pivot when necessary. And it means being able to communicate your strategic vision effectively to others, helping them understand how their day-to-day work connects to larger organizational goals. Another crucial aspect of leadership is the ability to manage and leverage diversity. In today's global business environment, diversity isn't just a nice-to-have, it's a competitive advantage. Great leaders understand the value of diverse perspectives and experiences, and they know how to create an inclusive environment where everyone can contribute their best work. Managing diversity involves recognizing and valuing differences, whether they're based on race, gender, age, cultural background, or other factors. It means actively seeking out diverse perspectives when making decisions. It involves creating equitable systems and processes that give everyone fair opportunities for growth and advancement. But managing diversity isn't just about representation. It's about creating a culture of inclusion where everyone feels valued and respected. It means addressing unconscious biases in yourself and in your organization systems and practices. And it means fostering an environment where diverse teams can collaborate effectively, leveraging their differences to drive innovation and performance. Now let's talk about the importance of emotional intelligence in leadership. While technical skills and intelligence are important, emotional intelligence, the ability to understand and manage your own emotions and those of others, is often what sets great leaders apart. Emotional intelligence involves several key components. Self-awareness is the foundation. Understanding your own emotions, strengths, weaknesses, values, and motivations. Self-management builds on this, allowing you to control your emotions and behaviors effectively. Social awareness involves being attuned to the emotions and needs of others. And relationship management is about using this awareness to build strong, positive relationships. But emotional intelligence isn't just about being nice or agreeable all the time. It's about being able to navigate complex interpersonal dynamics effectively. It means being able to have difficult conversations when necessary, to manage conflict constructively, and to inspire and motivate others even in challenging circumstances. Another key aspect of leadership is the ability to communicate effectively. Great leaders are able to articulate their vision clearly, to listen actively to others, and to adapt their communication style to different audiences and situations. Effective communication involves several key elements. It means being clear and concise in your messaging, avoiding jargon or unnecessary complexity. It involves being an active listener, truly seeking to understand others' perspectives rather than just waiting for your turn to speak. It means being aware of nonverbal communication, both your own and others, and how it impacts your message. But effective communication isn't just about conveying information. It's about inspiring and motivating others. It means being able to tell compelling stories that bring your vision to life. It involves being authentic and vulnerable when appropriate, building trust and connection with your audience. And it means creating open channels for two-way communication where feedback and diverse viewpoints are welcomed and valued. Now let's talk about the importance of decision-making in leadership. Leaders are often faced with complex problems and difficult choices. The ability to make sound decisions, often with incomplete information and under time pressure, is crucial. Effective decision-making involves several key skills. It means being able to gather and analyze relevant information, considering different perspectives and potential outcomes. It involves being able to weigh risks and benefits, making trade-offs when necessary. And it means having the courage to make tough calls, even in uncertain situations. But good decision-making isn't just about the decision itself. It's also about how you implement and communicate your decisions. It means being transparent about your decision-making process, helping others understand the reasoning behind your. It involves being willing to adjust your decisions as new information becomes available. And it means taking responsibility for the outcomes of your decisions, learning from both successes and failures. Another crucial aspect of leadership is the ability to manage change. In today's fast-paced business environment, change is constant. Great leaders are able to guide their organizations through periods of transition and uncertainty, helping people adapt to new ways of working and thinking. Managing change involves several key elements. It means being able to articulate a compelling vision for the future, helping people understand why change is necessary and what benefits it will bring. It involves addressing people's fears and concerns honestly and empathetically. It means providing the resources and support people need to adapt to new ways of working. But managing change isn't just about implementing new processes or systems. It's about changing hearts and minds. It means being patient, understanding that people adapt to change at different rates. It involves celebrating small wins along the way, maintaining momentum and enthusiasm for the change process. And it means being flexible, willing to adjust your approach based on feedback and results. Now, let's talk about the importance of resilience in leadership. Leadership can be challenging and stressful. Resilience, the ability to bounce back from setbacks and maintain your effectiveness in the face of adversity, is crucial for life. Resilience involves several key components. It means maintaining a positive outlook, even in difficult circumstances. It involves being able to manage stress effectively using healthy coping strategies. It means being able to adapt to change and uncertainty, seeing challenges as opportunities for growth rather than insurmountable obstacles. But resilience isn't just about toughing it out or putting on a brave face. It's about developing the mental and emotional resources to handle challenges effectively. It means taking care of your physical and mental health, maintaining strong support networks, and continually developing your skills and knowledge. And it means fostering resilience in your team and organization, creating a culture where setbacks are viewed as learning opportunities and where people feel supported in bouncing back from difficulties. Another key aspect of leadership is the ability to empower others. Great leaders don't just direct and control. They create an environment where others can grow, develop, and reach their full potential. Empowering others involves several key elements. It means delegating effectively, giving people challenging assignments that stretch their abilities. It involves providing the resources and support people need to succeed, while also giving them the autonomy to figure things out on their own. It means recognizing and celebrating others' achievements, giving credit where it's due. But empowerment isn't just about assigning tasks or giving praise. It's about creating a culture of trust and accountability. It means being willing to let go of control, trusting others to make decisions and solve problems. It involves providing constructive feedback that helps people learn and grow. And it means creating opportunities for others to develop their leadership skills, helping to build the next generation of leaders. Now, as we wrap up our exploration of leadership, let's return to our original question. Are you cut out for the top? The truth is, there's no simple yes or no answer. Leadership isn't a fixed trait that you either have or don't have. It's a set of skills and qualities that can be developed and honed over time. The journey to becoming a great leader is ongoing. Even the most successful leaders are continually learning, growing, and adapting. But here's what I want you to take away from our discussion today. Leadership isn't about titles or positions. It's not about power or control. True leadership is about making a positive difference in the lives of others. It's about inspiring people to reach their full potential. It's about working towards a vision that's bigger than yourself. So instead of asking yourself, am I cut out for the top? I encourage you to ask yourself these questions. Are you willing to take responsibility, not just for your own success, but for the success of others? Are you committed to continuous learning and growth, even when it's uncomfortable or challenging? Are you prepared to make tough decisions and have difficult conversations when necessary? Are you able to maintain your integrity and values, even under pressure? Are you willing to put the needs of your team or organization ahead of your own ego or personal gain? Are you ready to inspire and empower others to help them achieve more than they thought possible? If you can answer yes to these questions, or if you're willing to work towards being able to answer yes, then you have the potential to be a great leader. Remember, leadership isn't about being perfect. It's about being authentic, being committed to growth, and being dedicated to making a positive impact. Leadership is a journey, not a destination. It's a commitment to continual growth and improvement. It's about becoming the best version of yourself so that you can bring out the best in others. Don't ask if you're cut out for leadership. Ask yourself how you can develop your leadership qualities. Ask yourself how you can make a positive difference in your sphere of influence, whether that's in your workplace, your community, or your family. Start small. Lead by example in your current role, whatever that may be. Practice empathy and active listening. Take initiative to solve problems, offer support and encouragement to those around you. These are all acts of leadership, regardless of your title or position. And remember, leadership isn't just about what you do. It's about who you are. It's about your character, your values, your integrity. It's about showing up every day with the intention to make a positive difference, to leave things a little better than you found them. As you leave here today, I want you to reflect on this. The world needs leaders. It needs people who are willing to step up, to take responsibility, to work towards a better future. And that leadership can start with you, right where you are. You have unique gifts, experiences, and perspectives to offer. You have the potential to make a significant positive impact in your own unique way. Don't let self-doubt or fear hold you back. Don't wait for someone to give you permission to lead. Start where you are. Use what you have and do what you can. Remember, every great leader started somewhere. They weren't born with all the answers or all the skills. They developed them over time through practice, through failure, through learning and growth. I encourage. Embrace the journey of leadership. Commit to your own growth and development. Look for opportunities to make a positive difference, no matter how small they might seem. Be willing to step out of your comfort zone, to take calculated risks, to learn from your mistakes. And most importantly, believe in yourself. Believe in your ability to grow, to learn, to become the leader you're capable of being. Because when you believe in yourself, you inspire others to believe in themselves too. And that, my friends, is what true leadership is all about. Thank you for your time and attention today. Now go out there and lead. Not because you're cut out for the top, but because you're committed to making a positive difference in the world. The journey of leadership starts now, and it starts with you. Are you ready to take that first step?